about a week ago, I actually played Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, right? And I played that Juan, and it ran like total doo-doo fart, alright? I remember saying on stream that I would give the game a second shot towards the end of the demo period, and I think tonight is the final full night of the demo, so I'm going to go ahead and try and play the game again and see if I can get a better experience than when I did on day one. So I want to give Test Drive another fair shake.
Never seen again, didn't even make it. Oh well, I got a shovel in my basement.
All right, let's give Test Drive another test drive. That was the the easiest joke ever made on this channel. All right, we're launching back into the world of Test Drive Unlimited. And here's the thing, I don't want this game to be bad. I want this game to be good. Like a proper Test Drive game, like after like 15 years, that's awesome. As once you put all the technical like atrocities aside, I want like this game seems pretty fun. There's a lot of weird design decisions I'm not a big fan of either. Like the always online, you can't just race by yourself, you have to race with people. It tries to find people to play against. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. All right, here's our man, John Hoagie. We just got kicked off the Star Wars set. So let's actually test out the racing, because this was actually a big sticking point in my original time with the beta. The races would not save. Like you would disconnect you from like a race server or something. They weren't, basically the race servers weren't working, and you would do a race, you'd finish it. If you were even able to get into a race, half the time it kicked you out beforehand. Good sign. There we go. All right, we're in. Yeah, this looks like a time trial. See, hovering around between 20 to 30 frames a second. I don't think I've really even hit 20 or 30, but I will say it does feel, I guess, more less all over the place. It feels a little more stable, but still 25 frames a second, that's inexcusable. But I can control my car, like it is playable at the very least. Not saying that's a good thing, that's not excusable, but still. From what I've driven around the map, I do love the tight city streets. I don't think racing games do enough of that. Need for Speed's the game that has like the closest to that, and even still I feel like a lot of the streets in Need for Speed are a little too wide. So having those like tight city streets is gonna be really cool. Like if you actually feel like you're in a proper city. I think so far from when I've driven around Hong Kong, I actually really like the map. Yeah, no, we wiped that ghost's ass right there. How much money we get from it? 15 grand, okay. We actually made it through the end there. I don't think that's something that happened in the first day of the beta where I actually got to accept my rewards and like level up. I'm pretty sure usually by the end of every race, it would just kick me. So I am starting to see some improvements, baby steps, little baby steps, but I am seeing some improvements. Yeah, we successfully did a race. We actually did a successful race in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown without the game breaking. That's a massive improvement. I gotta give them credit where credit's due. So another thing I wasn't able to do, unfortunately, is explore the outskirts of the city, like all these canyon roads. It seems to be a lot of switchbacks, and a lot of people have praised the map I've been seeing on social media. I mean, look at this switchback here. I want to drive on that. Ooh, what is that steering animation? I didn't even touch like the cockpit view in my like original playthrough. What is this? That looks so not good. Oh boy. Oh, 15 frames a second, 13 frames a second. Let's go. I guess where there's a lot more foliage, a lot more vegetation, the game isn't really a big fan of that. I can see myself getting a headache if the frame rate continues like this, but I really want to drive that road because those switchbacks look cool as hell. Again, I don't want to give my full opinion on the handling until I'm actually able to play the game in like 60 frames a second, or at the very least 30 frames a second. But from when I've played at a very low frame rate, the handling seems pretty good, pretty okay. I mean, Test Drive as a franchise, it's tradition to have janky-ish handling, especially like Test Drive Limited 2. If you've played TDU 2, you know what I'm talking about. But I think the handling for a Test Drive game is pretty dang good. But again, this is something that, you know, I'll have to develop. Like my opinion will have to develop after I drive some more cars and play at a frame rate that isn't like vomit inducing. To quote a nerd I know, this frame rate is a shitload of fuck. Man, I can see these switchbacks being so fun to drive on. Doing like little like Touge battles. Can we keep it? Can we keep it? Nice, nice. That was like my first okay-ish drift on this game. Oh, they like the little elevation changes here. I gotta give them props for this. Like, these are the type of roads I'd want to drive on in a racing game, and it seems like they've got a good variety here. Still some traffic on, and we're like right outside the city too. I gotta give them props. If the map is filled with roads like this, then I think the map can be a very good selling point for this game. I don't know. I figured the frame rate would be a little better here than it is in the city, but the complete opposite has happened. What's this yellow road? Is this off-road? It's dirt road? Cool, okay. Got some dirt roads here too. I knew they had dirt roads. And again, it's a test drive game. You want a good variety. When they originally announced Hong Kong, I was very skeptical that it would be quite limited in scale when it comes to a test drive map. Because with a test drive limited map, one of the big selling points is a huge, you know, diverse, like open world map. And I felt like a Hong Kong Island would be a little limiting, but from the very small section of map, I've only done 6% of the map, it seems like there's quite a good bit of variety. Do not fall off the cliff. We've fallen off the cliff. I'm guessing this is all open too. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I actually have to look away. I'm starting to feel a little sick. All right, yeah, this is so much better. Oh my god. Are you guys planning on picking up this game on launch? Are you pre-ordering all that? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm actually like very interested. I actually ran a poll, and the vast majority of people, I asked if you played the demo, and the vast majority of people have not. Let's test drive Lancia Delta. All right, let's rock and roll. The frame rate isn't as bad in this cockpit, but like, geez Louise, that steering animation, that could use some work. Like you're not. You're barely even like turning it. Little handbrake turn. Ooh, I like that though. I like that. Also, this isn't really a complaint, more so just kind of like an observation, or it's just something I would like to see. Because it's not a complaint, because all the other test drive games did it where you could go around the map for like 2 minutes. You only had 2 minutes to like kind of do a test drive. Why not just make it so you could just drive wherever you want, drive the car for a limited amount of time, but like you obviously, like, you can't do any events or you can't do anything like that. Kind of like how Midnight Club LA did. I think the way you could test drive cars in that game was the best. You just had the entire map to yourself. You couldn't like do any races or anything, but you could just drive around and shake down the car for as much time as you wanted, you know, do a lot. For 2 minutes, there's only a handful of things you could do with a car. I mean, so far I'm seeing some good improvements. Like, I've hit 30 FPS for the first time. Granted, I was stationary, but I've hit 30 FPS for the first time, so I guess you could call that a small W. Also, for all my British viewers in the video, I want to give a shout out. I just got back from England. I want to give a shout out to Greg's. Basically the Wawa of England. So congratulations on Greg's for winning the Wawa of England award from me, Mr. John Racing. Oh wow, okay, yeah, we actually got some serious classic cars here. I don't know, another thing I'm not a huge fan of is every kind of car dealership looks the same. Like, they all have this very like futuristic, modernist like aesthetic to them. I'll be honest, I actually prefer waltzing into an actual Ford dealership or an actual Chevy dealership in the original Test Drive Unlimited games. What the fuck? This is why is there a 370Z here, bro? 2011, I guess, was an eon ago. I guess that car could be classified as classic. I do want to buy something from here. Can I at least test drive this guy? We can test drive it. That's cool. But yeah, no, also the fact that like you have to live in a hotel, you don't have any houses on launch. Ooh, okay. That sounds pretty meaty. That sounds pretty good. Ooh, that backfire though. All right. All right, we're going this way. Fuck it, we're going this way. Maybe there's a reason they're not letting me buy this car yet. Yeah, we're gonna have a little sideshow here. Damn, Unk really just showed up to the takedown in the old fucking Jag. I love that backfire. That's the type of backfire that would get the cops called on you in the suburbs. As much as I would like to buy the Beetle, I've never driven this fucking thing in a racing game before. So we got it. I'm not even gonna test drive. We're gonna buy it.
Congratulations. Have fun with your brand new car.
Why does she sound like so pissed off? She looks fucking upset. What's with the unfriendly like dealership staff? In the original test drive games, they're like, here are the keys to your brand new car, and then they just literally jingle the keys like in front of you and like hand them to you. Like, I don't know how well we'll be doing in this car, but oh, we'll give it a shot. 0 to 60 in 12 hours, I guess. At the end of the day, this is someone's dream car. Can't knock it. All right, can we hit 60? Or we top? Oh, 54. I thought we were topped out 53 miles an hour there for a sec. 55. All right, let's play a game. Will we hit our destination or 60 miles per hour first? This is actually gonna. I think this is gonna come down to the wire. Now that I think about it. All right, 57. We only got 600 feet, 500 feet. Ooh, we were stuck at 57 there for a second. Can we get to 60 miles per hour before we hit this? Before we get to the event? 58 miles an hour. Oh, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the car. Wow. Give this race a whack. If my high-speed 0 to 60 test was anything to go by, this will be a very interesting race. All right, off we go. All right, see you, everybody. If we don't come last, that would be an achievement. The type of shit Columbo would pull up to a murder scene in. I mean, to be fair, it's not far off. This is a cool road. It's literally like slanted, like at like an angle. Handbrake turn. Can this thing drift? No, but it can do. It can do that. I think all of my opponents have gone home, gone to the after party, celebrated, gone home, went to bed, woke up, and went to their day jobs. Come home, went. Oh, what the fuck? Are they doing an extra lap just for shits and giggles? It's a 2-lap race. I'm on the final lap and I still got lapped. Okay. I might as well just be like traffic at that point, at this point. Right. That's probably gonna do it for me tonight. Some more improvements with TDU Solar Crown. The game isn't as bad in terms of frame rate. Still pretty bad on all low settings. That's still pretty unforgivable. Who the fuck is honking? Who's laying on the horn? Why does it sound like I'm in like a city street when I'm like inside a dealership? But yeah, no, definitely some improvements. I seriously hope that they're able to get this all fixed in time for launch. I'm probably gonna get this on consoles and just to avoid all the performance issues on PC. But having played it towards the end of the demo, I have definitely seen some improvements. It was easier to get into races and all that, but I'm still pretty disappointed in the performance overall, and there's some things that I'm just not a huge fan of with the game. We're gonna have to see how this game launches, and I feel like with the studio that KT Racing is, how big they are, how many resources they have, shut the fuck up! With the resources they have and everything like that, they kind of need to nail the launch, and I feel like if this game has a very poor launch, it might spell a bad fate for TDU Solar Crown, and maybe even the test drive license as a whole. But what do you think about it? If you like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button, that like button if you want to see more videos like this. But that's it for me tonight. I'll catch you all later. Have a good night, everyone.